Hello, my name is Tigui Sarkisian and I'm the founder of Simple Steps Fertility, egg donor and surrogacy agency and infertility support center. Today I wanted to provide a few simple instructions to help guide the process of mothers becoming surrogate mothers. The process begins with a simple phone call. You will call our agency and we will extend an application that will take just minutes to fill out. The requirements to become a surrogate mother is very simple. Number one, most important, is for the surrogate mother to have had a past pregnancy with no complications. This includes no preterm births, no preeclampsia, no hypertension, no diabetes. You must have a very healthy and seamless pregnancy in the past. Surrogate mothers must be from the age of 21 to 40 years old, healthy, with a healthy BMI, non-smokers, no drugs, and women that are motivated to really help another family with this journey. When the process begins, the first step you will do is you will visit a reproductive endocrinologist and have a medical screen. The medical screen is to ensure that you are healthy, that you have a healthy uterus, and that you're ready to move on to the next step. The test that the reproductive endocrinologist will do is simple blood work to test for infectious disease, a sonohystogram. This is a test done to look inside of the uterine cavity to ensure that there are no polyps or fibroids or anything that can inhibit pregnancy for the embryo. Lastly, you'll have a pelvic ultrasound done to again take a look at the uterus and the anatomy to make sure that everything is okay. Once the medical screen is done, you will be instructed to continue to have a psychological evaluation. We want to make sure that your physical health is as important as your mental health. The psychological evaluation will make sure that you are ready for the journey. You understand the process, that you are not suffering from depression, anxiety, or taking any medication that will interfere with this process. Once the psychological evaluation has been completed, the next step is to speak to an attorney. We want to make sure that you are signing all the documents and you are completely understanding everything that you are signing. The attorney will be there to help answer questions, go over any of the language that you don't understand. The contract is there to protect your rights. It's there for you to also have written and signed your compensation, whatever was promised to you. And lastly, just to know that exactly what is going to happen, what is the expectation from the surrogate mother through the journey. Once the legal contract is done, you're ready to start your medication. The medication that a surrogate mother takes during a cycle is very minimal. It is two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. These hormones together will help grow the inside part of the uterus for pregnancy, and the second hormone will help maintain it so that it is adequate for an embryo transfer. These hormones will begin with your menses and will continue for about 6 weeks until you are ready for the embryo transfer. The embryo transfer is the process of putting in an embryo inside of the uterus and seeing if it is able to result in a pregnancy. The embryo transfer does not have any anesthesia. It is an office procedure. It takes about 20 minutes and you're able to return back home the same day. The embryo transfer is done by the reproductive endocrinologist as he puts in a speculum very similar to a pap smear and a small, very flexible catheter inserted into the cervix, which is the opening of the uterus, and deposits an embryo into the uterus, hoping for it to take. You're able to watch all of this on ultrasound. Very interesting, very, very, very emotional time for both the surrogate and the intended parents. Once the embryo transfer is done, we wait about 10 days for a positive outcome, hopefully positive. Once there's confirmation of pregnancy, there's a series of blood tests that you will do to confirm that the baby is growing. And when it's old enough, meaning large enough, we'll do an ultrasound, a pelvic ultrasound, to see how many embryos took, where they are, how they're growing, and just to monitor pregnancy. During this time, please know that as a surrogate mother, you will have health insurance, you will have a life insurance policy, you will have a support team that will help you make sure that you are taking your medication correctly, that you are getting to all of your appointments, and that the compensation has already begun. As a surrogate mother, you have a whole team that's with you at Simple Steps Fertility. We have a team manager, a nurse leader, and a clinical coordinator that is helping you get through the journey. As you know, pregnancy takes about 9 months, and you return once pregnancy is established and a heartbeat is heard, then you are able to return to your OBGYN to continue prenatal care with them. Prenatal care will be just like you were when you were pregnant naturally. The medications stop about 12 weeks of pregnancy when the placenta has already formed. Once you stop the medication that was prescribed by the reproductive endocrinologist, then you just have a natural pregnancy. We try to make sure that you're comfortable and that you have full support of our team. Once the 9 months is over, that we're with you until you recover and are able to return back to your family. Simple Steps will be with you from the beginning to the end. We don't just stop after birth. We help you get back to your family as healthy as you were when you joined our team. If you're interested, please go to our website at www.simplestepsfertility.com to begin the process. All you will need to do is click on our questionnaire on the Surrogate Mother questionnaire and begin. Thank you.